Are you wondering how your ex could leave you if they really loved you? Like, does it make any sense at all that you need to go work on yourself by yourself, but yet you still love me and our whole relationship was real? That is one of the biggest questions all my clients want to know, because it makes no sense to them how they could actually love each other and then they could get broken up with out of the blue when they thought everything was okay, and yet somehow they're supposed to believe that their ex truly loved them. And as a coach, that's one of the weirdest things that I have to try to explain to somebody, because when I try to explain it, it makes it sound like I'm excusing bad behavior. But really, underneath everything, your ex has a lower emotional capacity than most people because of the way they grew up. They either had an overly critical parent that was cutting them down all the time, or they only got love under certain circumstances like sports achievement or whatever. And there might have been neglect in general or some emotional neglect where they only got tough love. There wasn't a lot of emotional support, not a lot of empathy, not a lot of talking about things. Okay? And so your ex is impacted by the way they grew up, as we all are. But the way they grew up, they got just a little bit less. And depending on their wiring, depending on their own personality, it all intersects to this point of conflict avoidance and avoiding their feelings. And this is the thing that allows them to sever the relationship in order to cool down emotionally, hit the pause button, go run away from all their obligations, okay? And they people please to set up the circumstance for themselves. But this is what enables them to do that, okay? When you think about the way you would handle things, you would never run away from your partner. That's because you have a more full cup from an emotional standpoint. If we were in the Olympics and skateboarding was such a Olympic sport or something, and it's like, hey, just get on that skateboard, just go win the Olympics. What, you don't want to do that? I mean, it's good to get a gold medal, isn't it? Like, why can't you just hop on that skateboard and go win the Olympics? It's because it takes training, it takes skill development, and that's what your ex is missing in terms of emotions and communication. Ultimately, this is not going to make sense to you until you go down the rabbit hole deeper on the dismissive avoidant attachment style. I can explain in this video and it's still not necessarily going to click, okay? But one thing I can tell you is as you go down this rabbit hole, you'll begin to understand what's going on inside of your ex, and that the breakup really had less to do with you and more to do with their inability to cope with stress. Now, if you want some help getting your ex back, click into my profile, and there's a link in the middle of my profile. When you click on that, my calendar will come up. You can set up a call with me, tell me your story, and I'll help you get your ex back.